Get to watch every night here. They called me from Politically Incorrect. Have you ever heard of that show, Hoshi? It's on ABC. And they want me to be on that show. Have you ever heard of that show, Jeff?
No.
Nobody's heard of Politically Incorrect? Maybe I better not go on that show. No, it's on ABC at 12 midnight. Good grief, that's opposite me.
That's right.
If I go on Politically Incorrect on ABC, I'll be competing with myself.
That's politically incorrect for you to do so.
That's politically incorrect for me to do that. That's right. I'll be competing with myself.
Yeah.
Of course, I could go on the ABC network because they go on live. Right. I could say, hey, turn my show on after I'm off. Yeah. Turn on to KDOC, channel 56. We were talking last night about this little 6-year-old Cuban boy, Elian, who was the talk of the world, really. And have you seen the pictures of the happiness on that little boy's face? Now, you know, if you saw him on TV moping, you know, and looking sad, you know, and kind of just despondent, he's the happiest kid. And he lost his mother. He lost his mom. Now, you know, I admire Elian's relatives, his uncle and all those who are keeping him in this house. The federal government, we are sounding like the Soviet Union or something. The INS has been saying, now you got to come over here and sign this paper that if you lose your appeal, you know, the whole family has filed an appeal that they don't want to send him back, and they wanted the family to sign an appeal or to sign a piece of paper that if they lose the appeal, they will willingly turn Elian over to the government to send him back to Cuba. The family is saying, no way. If you want Elian, you gotta come and get him. Now, they were saying on the air the other day, that's the last thing the government wants. Can you imagine the cameras and these stormtroopers marching up to this little house and dragging Elian out of the house, probably kicking and screaming and crying, dragging him away from the arms of his relatives? Can you imagine? That's the last thing they want, to march up to that house and take him physically away from his parents. So they want the family to graciously hand the child over. And the family says, no way! By the time you see this, I hope it has been resolved that that little boy will be here and living in freedom, where he can have a wonderful life. And Janet Reno, can you imagine? Janet Reno, that moronic attorney general of ours, did you hear what she said? Oh, that little boy belongs back in Cuba with his father. Attorney General Janet Reno. Hey, Janet, why don't you go over to Cuba and leave Elian here? We'll work an exchange. You go over and live with his father, and we'll keep Elian. Would rather lose you anyway. Anytime. Hey, Janet, just for your information, if there was a popularity contest taken today between you and little Elian, it'd be 99 to 1%. Unbelievable. Janet Reno says that. Clinton says he should be with his father. Well, then bring his father over here and let him live with the family. I'll tell you, if that was my child, I'd be making such a ruckus. Father, you know, well, of course, he probably has a gun pointed to his head. This whole thing, it just disgusts me. Now, if you want to order my book, you can call the publisher at 1-800-354-5348. $14.95 plus tax and postage. My autobiography, thank you, Jeff, The Father of Combat TV. You can still get it. They'll mail it to you. My entire life story, personally autographed, if you ask for the autographed copy. 1-800-354-5348. You want my autobiography? I wrote it myself. It's my whole life story with all rare pictures of me starting, well, when I was a baby. I went on the air when I was 14. Can you believe that? Were you rapping me? Okay, we'll take a little break, Hushi, and we'll be right back with highlights from the past 17 and a half years of my hot seat show. Stay right there. I command you.